The King of Terror, Stephen Edwin King, is one of today's most popular best-selling writers. King combined the elements of psychological thriller, science fiction, the paranormal, and detective themes into his stories. In addition to these themes, King sticks to using great and vivid details that is set in a realistic everyday place. King's works are so powerful because he uses his experience and observation from his everyday life and places them into his unique stories. When he was 7 years old, they moved to Stamford, Connecticut, his where King got his first experience tour. One evening, he listened to a radio adaptation to the Ray Bradbury history Mars is Heaven. Stephen King's exposure to oral storytelling on the radio had a large impact on his later writing. King tells his history in visual terms so that the reader could be able to see what happened in their own mind. Somewhat in the same fashion the way it was done on the radio ironically that same year. While Stephen was still 7 years old, he got see his first horror movie, The Creature from the Black Lagoon. This is important because Stephen says since the movie, I still see things cinematically. I write down everything I see. During these years, the biggest event that probably and the biggest impact on Stephen King's writing style was the discovery of the author H.P. Lovecraft. King would later write of Warcraft. He struck with the most force and still think. For all his shortcomings, he is the best writer of horror fiction of America has yet produced. The King family finally settled in the town of Dormont, Maine. For Stephen King, Dormont was a place where his imagination began to shine. Stephen could use the movies as inspiration. Whenever he could come home, Stephen could immediately write down his experience and observation. It was not only college that Stephen King received any kind of real recognition for his writing. In the fall of 1967, King finished his first novel, The Long Walk, and turned it onto his sophomore American literature professor for review. In Orono, in the spring of 1917, King centered running off the edge of the writing techniques. Stephen King's history is almost magical in that the settings of his stories are placed into common everyday places. Additionally, Stephen's writings are true to life in people's mind, because he draws upon common fears. Just as King's writing style and gender had been influenced by movies throughout his life, he is now influencing the same industry with his own vision of an imagination. King's writings are so widely appealing that over 42 of his work has been based upon or turned into Hollywood movies which have influenced stars like Jackson Nichols in Shining, John Travolta in Carrie, and Morgan Freeman, The Shawshank Redemption. We probably can know why Stephen King is one of the best authors